This leads to my last question. Ben's issue, was it really mental or was it just business? Because when they started finding him, at the beginning of the season, during preseason and stuff, he wasn't showing up and they was finding him. He shows up to practice the once, and then Doc has to send him home, and then they come up with the mental thing or whatever. So did y'all really think it is something mental? Because that's one of the next podcast discussions I'm going to have with mental illness. And so whether it was just strictly business, like this was the best way for him to get out of Philly, or was it something really mental illness?
Well, I think you could take business off the table. I don't think business had anything to do with it, because business he would have been playing. So if business ain't got to do with it, it's either personal. It started out it's mostly personal, just personal relationships. And then so that can affect your mental ability. So I think he had an extreme personal thing with the organization, with Embiid, and he saw that it's a low-hanging fruit, right? I mean, they putting this pressure on you to show up. Personally, you said, F them. I ain't never playing for you again. Now they're trying to hit your pockets. How can I protect myself? Yep. Mentally, that backs them up, right?
Yep.
And so, I think it was extreme interpersonal relationship that broke down. I don't think anything business had anything to do with it. So, I mean, I don't think it benefits him business-wise and forces his way out of Philly.
Right.
To a team where he's probably going to be third, fourth option, where he could have been a co-star in Philly.
Absolutely.
That's the business move. So business ain't nothing to do with it. It's all personal. And then I think, you can subscribe some mental stress to him. But I think it was more, I'm not saying it was a total excuse, but I think it was an excuse initially to say, you can't force me to show up now.
Right.
And I think there could have been some validity to it, in terms of, I don't want to be, knowing that we have this friction between us, I don't want to go sit in the stadium, and have the fans, you know how the fans going to react, man. You done checked out on the team. So
best fans in the world.
Yeah, Chris. And to that last thing you just said, when you checked out on the team, that's what makes me tell you that I think is unequivocally, no doubt, a no-brainer. This is mental. That dude's mindset is not right.
Right.
It's not right. Mm-hmm. And I think he is using, he is reaching for the cliche of the mental health to get paid.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I don't think he has enough humility to come out and say he has the mental health illness until they're taking his money away. But I definitely think this is all mental. I think it's all mental. He's weaker mentally than he appears that he wants to let on. Right. And because he's mentally weak, he couldn't handle certain things. He couldn't handle the pressure of playing in Philly. That's a mental issue, and it's messing with his mind. There's no way it's business or personal when you refuse to shoot in the fourth quarter of those games. Right. That's mental. That played with that dude's mind. He's hearing all the criticism, and all of that stuff played into it. He's questioning himself now. Listen, I believe him 100%. That is a mental issue, but I think it's not the way he would never say it until they took the money from him. So I don't think he's lying at all. I don't think he believes it as much as he really has the issue. I think he has it even more so than he even is willing to admit. Right. But I definitely believe it. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's got some mental issues going on. I believe it 100%.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it's personal with a sprinkle of mental.